right, guys. Man, yesterday, yesterday again, the S&P 500 lost $2 trillion. Let me repeat that one more time. Yesterday, the S&P 500 lost 2 trillion in 5 hours. I've been warning you guys this is coming, and this is just the start of what's about to unfold in 2026. Let me repeat that one more time so it's sink in your head. Yesterday, the S&P 500 lost $2 trillion. It is because, listen up, it's because I remember told you what's going on in Japan. It is because of the Japanese economy. All that money that went out the S&P 500 yesterday, everything went back to Japan. Japan is pulling out because they have no choice. The economy in Japan is crumbling and it's crumbling fast. I told you it's going to affect the stock market. Now, look what happened. As soon as I made that video, a few hours later, and I'm just checking up on that, a few hours later for the next 5 hours until they close that stock market. Remember, I told you yesterday that Japan is crumbling, and what's happening to the Japanese bond, treasury bond, will affect the entire globe because almost every single bank, every single financial institution on this planet is holding Japanese bond. And yesterday, the S&P 500, one of the biggest stock on the stock market, lost 2 trillion. 2 trillion. Where all that money went that fast? Well, I got news for you folks. It went back to Japan because the Japanese are pulling out because they have no choice. The carnage that await us in the few more weeks ahead, it's going to be one that we have never seen before. I promise you. But listen up. I'm only here to make you guys aware. I'm not trying to scare people. All right, guys. Now, a lot of people ask me, hey, what am I supposed to do if I got money in the bank? Guys, I'm going to give you some advice here. Keep in mind my disclosure here. My disclaimer, not disclosure, disclaimer. I'm sorry, I'm just waking up. I'm not a financial advisor. Um, uh, I'm none of that. I'm just a guy who read a lot and I do critical thinking. Now I'm going to give you some advice, and you're not going to get this from a financial advisor. People I message me, ask me, listen, I got money in the bank. I got a lot of money in the bank. What am I supposed to do? I'm freaking out. Don't freak out. Don't. I'm going to make you smart right now. Listen to me carefully. Keep in mind, I'm not a financial advisor. If you have a major bank, for example, Bank of America, Chase, Wells Fargo, so forth, and if that's the only account that you have, you got to do something, and I'm going to give you some pointers here. You got to go to a credit union or a small community bank. Reason why? They are not exposed to derivatives, so when the market crashes, they won't be affected. Put most of your money, your cash, into credit unions or small community bank. The reason why? They're not exposed to derivatives, because when the bond market crash, the derivatives market also will be affected because the derivatives is just a bunch of bonds put together. If you have a major bank, keep enough money in that bank to pay your bills. But if you're saving some money and you don't want it to be affected, listen up carefully, guys. This is the best advice I can give you. But once again, I'm not a financial advisor. So don't think I'm a financial advisor. I'm just a guy who read a lot, and I read enough to know what I'm saying. All right? Put most of your savings into a credit union or a community bank. But I'm not telling you to follow me. You don't have to listen to me. Don't have to. And by the way, I'm not asking you guys to believe me. For the ones who don't, get online, start doing your research, and you see that everything that I'm saying is true. Because I urge people to do their due diligence. All right. So once again, the Japanese market is wiping out the entire financial sector on a global scale. I told you this was coming. And yesterday, at the end of the 5 last hours of that stock market, $2 trillion were actually gone, and this came from the S&P 500. So And this is just the beginning of what's about to unfold. But it's about to get interesting. But don't, no fear, no fear. It's actually a good thing for first-time home buyers and so forth. I would hold off a little bit, wait until the smoke clears, and then decide what you want to do. Because there's a lot of benefit to gain out of what's coming if you're smart and you play the game well. But again, if you got your most of your savings into a major bank, I think you should uh, put your eggs in more than one basket. And one of the best places to save your money right now is in a credit union or a small community bank. All right. And if you go into any credit union, you just ask the manager one question: are you exposed to derivatives? Are you exposed to derivatives? If they say yes, run and go somewhere else. But chances are in a credit union, no. Derivatives are exposed. Banks that are exposed to derivatives are major banks. Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Chase, those major banks, financial sectors are the one that are exposed to it, not really the credit union or the community bank. Once the bond market crash, the banks that are exposed to derivatives are the banks that will be affected. And again, I'm just doing this because I care about humanity. I want you guys to withstand this storm that's ahead. And that is the only reason why I'm giving you the information. That's it. I'm not here to spread fear. I'm doing this out of love. It is that simple. By making you aware, you won half the battle. And I give you the direction, what I basically give you the blueprint. I love each and every one of you. It's not about fear right now. Don't panic because I gave you guys the blueprint and told you guys what to do. Everything else is up to you. Ciao, folks. Have a great weekend and don't stress. Don't stress. This is the boom bust cycle of the financial market. It has to happen. But the ones who survive are the ones who are informed and the ones who took initiatives to do the right thing. Again, have a great weekend. Ciao.